Hi everyone, my name is Viviana Oppenheimer and I'll be your instructor for this class of pre-production. I am a content producer and communicator with over 10 years of experience creating and hosting content for TV, radio, and social media. The cool and often overlooked thing about content production is that it requires a mix of technical knowledge and storytelling abilities, creativity, and solid management skills. By the end of this course, you'll have the tools and confidence to plan and execute your own production project. Whether you're aiming to produce a short film, a commercial, or coverage of a live event, it all starts with a good pre-production. You'll learn how to define clear production objectives, build a practical equipment checklist, set up and test your audio like a pro, plan your script and shot list with intention. Prepare for common production day challenges. By the end of the course, you'll feel confident walking into a shoot with a clear plan and creative vision. Every great project starts off with a clear idea. It might be inspired by a book, a song, a personal story, or even a problem that needs solving. As Morgan Freeman once said, whatever we decide we want to do is what we do. So think big and believe in your story, because if you don't, no one else will. Now it's time to give that idea a purpose. In content production, we call this your production objectives. Before you film a single frame, you should know what are you trying to achieve with this content. Your production objective will shape everything, from your gear choices to how you frame your shots. Ask yourself, what am I trying to create? What's the goal? Who is it for? Where will it be shared? Here are the most common objectives for content creators, especially when covering live events. Promotional content. The goal here is to generate buzz and drive action. Think energy, polish, and clarity. What's expected? Fast-paced, high-energy, highlighted reels, visuals that spotlight the product, people, or experiences. Clear messaging that attracts sponsors, customers, or future attendees. Use clean shots, good lighting, and snappy editing to make a strong first impression. Documentary-style coverage. This approach focuses on storytelling. What's expected? Behind-the-scenes moments with personal interviews, a clear narrative arc with beginning, middle, and end. Commentary or quotes that give the viewer emotional or intellectual value. Ask interviewees questions like, where do you start it? And how did you get here? Why does this matter? Or what drives your work to unlock powerful moments? Recap or summary. This format gives viewers a quick yet complete picture. What's expected? Key moments, main speakers, main attraction, big announcement, crowd reactions, on-the-spot interviews. Ask what just happened. What are you excited for? Think of this as 2 to 3 minute trailers for the event. Quick cuts, authentic moments, and strong sound bites. Entertainment and social content. This is all about fun, relatability, and personality. What's expected? Fun, engaging footage, possibly focused on your own experience, adventures, occurrences, or mischiefs. No matter what type of content you're producing, having a clear production objective will help you stay focused, tell a better story, and make decisions that serve your audience. Script and shot list planning. This phase is all about being intentional. The more you know what you're looking for, the easier it becomes to capture it effectively. Here's how to break it down. Script planning. Step 1. Understand the target audience. Who are you creating the content for? What tone or style will resonate with them? Energetic, informative, emotional? If your audience is already a fan of the topic or event you're covering, you can skip the background and dive straight into the action. However, if you're introducing a new product, concept, or initiative, you'll need to provide context. Explain what it is, why it matters, and what makes it exciting. Matching the tone to their level of familiarity is key to keeping them engaged. Step 2. Establish the distribution platforms. Will the content be used on social media, the event website, email campaigns, or press? These decisions will directly influence how you write your script and how you cover the event. For example, If the content is intended for social media, you may want to produce short, self-contained clips that grab attention quickly. If the goal is a YouTube video, you might instead focus on developing a structured narrative or longer feature. It will also impact your visual strategy, whether to shoot primarily in vertical 9:16 or horizontal 16:9 format. We recommend capturing horizontal footage whenever possible, as it's more versatile and professional. However, if you're producing social first content like Reels or TikTok, planning a few vertical shots is a smart move. Step 3. Identify key moments to prioritize. Make a list. Speaker, presentation, performances, networking highlights, audience reactions, booth, showcases, etc. Align your schedule around these. Once you've clarified those priorities, you can start drafting a loose script. You'll want short, memorable lines that host can deliver in one go. Here are the essentials. Intro, 30 seconds or less. Set the tone, introduce the event, and create a hook. Example.
Hola Cardano community, I'm at the Puerto Rico Comic Con and I want to learn what people think about crypto and NFTs. Can we please?
Outro, 15 seconds or less, and with gratitude and a quick call to action. Example.
Thank you Cardano community for watching. Support an artist, support a creator, and see you on the next one.
Interview questions. Prepare tailored questions for different roles: attendees, organizers, sponsors, speakers. Align questions with your story focus: inspiration, innovation, impact, community, etc. Key segment. Think of this as your storytelling anchor. It can be a mini featurette, a focus montage with voiceover, a slow motion highlight with music. This is the section that brings depth or emotion to your story. Shot list planning. The idea is to get you to think about the specific objects, people, or actions you want to highlight on video. This planning helps you shape the story you'll ultimately tell and allow you to do a kind of mental editing in advance, imagining how these shots will work together in sequence to communicate your message. Include type of shot: interior, exterior, subject or action, purpose or emotional intent. Aim for a minimum of 30 planned shots. This gives you a roadmap to follow or adapt from. Example. Equipment checklist. Before diving into gears, here's something every creator should understand. When people refer to video content, they're only halfway there. You're actually producing audiovisual content, and both components are equally essential. Visuals include footage, motion graphics, B-roll, and anything you see on screen. Audio, dialogue, interviews, music, voiceover, and sound designs, often the emotional glue of your piece. Even stunning visuals can fall flat with poor audio. To create impactful content, you must prepare for both sides of the experience. Let's talk about them in depth. Essential gear, especially for live events or solo productions. You'll typically need cameras, microphones, lighting, stabilization tools, accessories. Let's break them down with real-world insights so you can choose what fits your needs and budget. Cameras. Choosing the right camera depends on the type of audiovisual content you want to produce. Smartphones, camcorders, action cameras, and point-and-shoot cameras. These are excellent choices for creating social media content. They are highly portable, easy to use, and ideal for quick event coverage. However, they come with some limitations, such as limited manual controls, lower quality optics, and storage constraints, which can affect flexibility and overall footage quality. While a smartphone may be sufficient for a quick events recap, a dedicated camera is recommended for better storage capacity, better control over settings, and improved practicality. If you're just starting your content creation journey or you're just focusing on creating content for social media, we highly recommend an action camera like the Osmo Pocket 3. It is one of the most user-friendly and versatile tools for capturing high-quality content on the go. DSLR mirrorless cameras or compact cinema cameras. These cameras are ideal for mid-range quality productions and are highly recommended if you're comfortable with camera gear or working with a professional camera operator. They offer interchangeable lenses, manual controls, and significantly higher image quality than point-and-shoot cameras. However, there are some trade-offs to consider. Budget considerations, lenses and accessories can be quite expensive, so the total investment depends on how much flexibility you need in your setup. Cinema cameras. These cameras are best suited for high-end productions and should generally be operated by experienced professionals. If you plan to produce content for major networks or require broadcast quality footage, hiring a professional with cinema-grade equipment is worth considering. Cinema cameras offer superior image quality, higher resolution, color depth, and sensor size for unparalleled detail. Because of their complexity, cinema cameras are generally not recommended for beginners or casual users. Now let's talk audio and microphones. Audio quality is just as important as video when producing high-quality content. Poor audio can ruin an otherwise great video. And live events are some of the most challenging environments for recording due to excessive background noise. Selecting the right microphone with these conditions in mind is crucial. Here are the main types of microphones to consider. Shotgun microphones requires careful positioning but is the most versatile option. Ideal for capturing directional sounds, we recommend using supercardioid or low bar pattern to achieve the best results at mid-range distances. Lavalier microphones are small clip-on mics perfect for interviews, presentations, or discrete recordings. Captures clear speech while allowing the subject to move freely. A common mistake is holding a lav mic in your hand. Holding it in hand creates fluctuation in volume, introduces handling noise, and can make the audio sound inconsistent. If you're using a lav mic, attach it properly to ensure a clean, natural sound. Handheld microphones. Durable and designed to capture clear vocals in dynamic, noisy environments. Often used for live events, news reportings, or recap videos where a host is the main or leading character. Think of live news reporting. Viewers expect to see a journalist holding a mic because it's part of the format. Similarly, for a recap video where a presenter is guiding the audience through an event, a handheld mic can add a layer of professionalism and control over sound quality, especially in noisy environments. Audio recorders, lifesavers, always keep one running as a backup. Essential for capturing high-quality, isolated audio. A dedicated audio recorder also provides cleaner sound than most cameras because it bypasses the limitations of built-in camera preamps. Pro tip: if you don't have a dedicated audio recorder, use your smartphone as a backup. Just place it close to the speaker and record using a voice memo app. It might not be the highest quality, but in a crisis, it's better than having nothing at all. Headphones. Always monitor your audio with headphones to catch issues in real time. A small investment in good audio equipment makes a huge difference in production quality. As you can see, this gear bag is now getting heavy, meaning it is not portable and having an additional person assist in audio is ideal. Lighting equipment, the key to professional-looking footage. When we talk about lighting for production, there are two main types of light sources: natural light, like sunlight, and artificial light, like LED panels or studio lamps. Both can be used effectively, but you need to know how to control them. When using natural light, we often use reflectors to bounce and redirect sunlight, fill shadows, or soften the light. For artificial light, we rely on portable lights, light modifiers, and controlled setups. Whether your light is from the sun or a desk lamp or a studio kit, what's important is how you position and shape it. Pro tip: always test your lighting setup on camera before recording. What looks bright to the eye might look flat or blown out on screen. Stabilization tools. Which one should you use? If you're setting up a control shot for an interview, a tripod is the best choice. If you need cinematic motion shots for B-rolls or event recaps, go for a gimbal. If you're moving from place to place capturing content quickly, a monopod is your best bet. Other accessories. Make sure you also pack power, extra batteries, battery chargers, memory cards, portable hard drives, cables, and adapters, emergency kit, rain covers or waterproof gear for unpredictable conditions, tape, lens cleaning supplies, and tools for quick fixes. While equipment is a critical part of production, it's not the only factor that determines success. Creativity, planning, storytelling, and the moments you choose to capture will ultimately define the impact of your content. The size and quality of your gear should match your budget, goals, and crew capacity. If you plan to take on the role of host, we strongly recommend working with a dedicated camera operator. It allows you to focus on performance while ensuring your visuals stay sharp and steady. That said, solo coverage is absolutely possible. Ultimately, the best camera is the one you know how to use, and the best content is the kind that connects with your audience. Time management on event day. What can go wrong will go wrong, and it will take time to fix, so plan accordingly. Arrive early, 1 to 2 hours before opening. Prioritize high-effort content first. Record your intros, outros, and interviews early. This segment usually takes the most time and attention. Then, pivot to static footage, establishing shots of the venue, then roaming coverage. Backup plans for common challenges. Even the most organized productions face surprises. Here are ways to stay one step ahead. Tech failures. Backups and redundancy. Always bring extra batteries, memory cards, and key accessories. Scout the location. Visit the venue beforehand if possible. Look for power outlets, lighting conditions, ambient sound levels, and good spots for interviews. Outdoor shoot, bring rain gear, length cloth, and light modifiers. For dimly lit venues, portable LEDs or on-camera lights can save your footage. Pre-event check. Test all the equipment before the event to ensure functionality. Organize gear in labeled bags or cases for quick access. Create a packing list and double-check before heading out. Proper preparation ensures you're ready to handle any recording challenges and guarantees smooth coverage on the day of the event. Thank you for taking the live event coverage Essentials of Recording Day pre-production class. Coming up next, optimal filming, mastering camera angles and techniques.